Hi there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I'm going to give you my top 7 interview questions and unique answers. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role or any organisation, I strongly believe these questions are going to come up. So make sure you stay tuned because I will help you be the standout candidate. And just very quickly, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so I can help you pass every job interview you ever attend. And please make sure you give the video a like. That motivates me to create more content for you, and it also tells me you find these tutorials useful. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into the presentation. So to help you pass your interview, I will cover 3 things during this tutorial. Number 1, I will give you the 7 questions that are going to come up during your interview. Now, if you prepare strong answers to these questions, you will pass your job interview. Number 2, I will then give you 2 essential tips for answering each question. And these tips will help you stand out from the competition. And then number 3, I will give you a brilliant top scoring answer to each interview question that you can use in your job interview. Interview question number 1 is, tell me about yourself. Tip number 1, in your answer to this first interview question, talk about the skills and qualities you have that are a match for the job description. And tip number 2, tell the interviewer you have a track record of achievement and tell them what you will do in the role if they hire you. So let me now give you my example answer to the interview question, tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for giving me this opportunity today. I would describe myself as a positive, forward-thinking and innovative person who works very well either on my own or as part of a team. Over the years, I have focused on developing the right skills and qualities to work effectively in this industry. I have strong communication skills. I always take ownership of difficult challenges, and I make sure I take responsibility for my own learning and development. I have a strong track record of achievement. Now, to give you an example of this, in my last job, I helped the company increase sales by suggesting ways we could engage more with previous customers to upsell them new products and services. If you hire me in this position, I will always go the extra mile by finding ways to help my team continually grow and improve. I will act as a positive role model when dealing with customers, and I will embrace change with a positive attitude to make sure you stay one step ahead of your competitors. Interview question number 2 is, why do you want to work for us? Tip number 1, in your answer to this question, tell the interviewer you have researched their company before the interview. And tip number 2, whenever you do research a company before your interview, look at their company About Us page to find out about their history and their plans. Follow them on social media and take note of their latest posts, and also have a look at their products and their services. So let me now give you my example answer to that difficult interview question, why do you want to work for us? Here we go. I would like to work for you for several reasons. Having followed your company for some time now, I have been impressed with your track record of success and the fact that you are a market leader. I genuinely feel this is a place I can contribute positively based on my skills and qualities, and I will feel proud to work for a company that has such a good reputation in this industry. I also want to work for your company because, having researched you before the interview, the products you offer are created to a high standard, you have exciting plans for the future, and you clearly take care of your employees so they can excel in their roles. Interview question number 3 is, what are your strengths? This is going to come up during your interview. Tip number 1, the most effective way to answer this next interview question is to give the interviewer 4 or 5 strengths that are guaranteed to impress them. Now, in my example answer, I will tell you the best strengths to give in a job interview. And tip number 2, make sure you download a copy of the job description before you attend your interview, read it, and align your strengths with those listed in the document. So here's my example answer to that interview question, what are your strengths? Here we go. Having read the job description, I have numerous strengths that I believe will be helpful to your company. I am a very fast learner and someone who needs little supervision or monitoring. You can rely on me to get up to speed quickly in the role, and I will always take responsibility for difficult challenges and problems. Other strengths include my adaptability and flexibility. I will take on duties that are outside of the job description. For example, in my last role, I covered the work of a co-worker whilst they were off sick for 2 weeks, in addition to completing my own work. Another strength is my discipline and approach to tasks. I always plan my work meticulously, which means mistakes are never made. And you can trust me to get everything finished to the right standard and on time. Interview question number 4 is, what's your biggest weakness? Tip number 1. Now, with this being one of the hardest interview questions to answer correctly, it is imperative you don't give a weakness that is a match for the role you are applying for. Give a weakness that is not going to do you any harm in your interview. And tip number 2, do not say your biggest weakness is the fact that you are a perfectionist. The majority of candidates will say this, but the hiring manager will see straight through it. So here's my example answer to that really difficult interview question, what's your biggest weakness? Here we go. My biggest weakness is the fact I have trouble asking other people for help. I can be a little bit stubborn at times, and because I take pride in my work, I try to figure things out for myself, which isn't the fastest way of doing things. However, I am trying to change by asking people who are more experienced than me for help and guidance whenever I need it. Interview question number 5 is, why do you want to leave your job? Tip number 1. The biggest mistake people make when answering this tough interview question is they say either the work environment was toxic, they were bored in their job, or the company was not going in the direction they thought it should be. Now, if you say any of these things in response to this interview question, you won't get hired. Tip number 2, when answering this interview question, why do you want to leave your job? Be positive about your employer, be respectful about your co-workers, and focus on your desire to continually grow and develop. So here's my example answer to that difficult interview question, why do you want to leave your job? Here we go. I want to leave my job because I feel I am now ready for a fresh challenge with a company such as yours that is innovative and that has exciting plans that I can be a part of. I've really enjoyed working for my employer. They've been supportive and we've achieved many great things whilst I've been working there. However, it is time for me to now move on, and I want my future to be with your company in this role. Interview question number 6 is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Tip number 1, do not say you plan to be working somewhere else in 5 years' time, because it takes a lot of time, effort and resources to recruit and then train someone up for a job. And if you tell a hiring manager you will be working for another company in 5 years' time, they are not going to hire you. Tip number 2, the trick to answering this difficult interview question is to say that you want to build a long-term career with their company. So let's now take a look at my example answer to the interview question, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Here we go. In 5 years from now, I see myself still working for your company, either in this role or hopefully having gained promotion to a more senior level. I have set my sights on working for your company for some time now, so I plan to build a long-term career here. In 5 years' time, I will be a trusted, reliable, and high-performing member of the team. I will have undertaken several training development courses, and I will be someone who you can rely on to help train up newer members of staff as and when they join the company. So in a second, I'm going to give you the final 7th interview question. You don't want to miss this one. But before I do, if you want to download these answers and more great, unique responses to difficult interview questions, click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video when you are ready. So here's the final interview question number 7, and that is, why should we hire you? Tip number 1, This interview question is your chance to shine. It is imperative you sell yourself in a way that tells the interviewer you are the person they should seriously consider hiring in this position. And tip number 2, in your answer, talk about adding value to their company and say you will be someone who will always embrace change with a positive mindset. So here's my example answer to that interview question, why should we hire you? Here we go. You should hire me because I can add value in this role. You will see a positive return on your investment if you hire me. I will come up with new ways to help you promote your products and services online. I will always seek ways to upsell to your customers so that you see your profits increase. And I will be frugal when using company supplies and resources to help you save money. You should also hire me because I am very positive about change. If you need to change anything in the company or in my role, I will always embrace it with a positive attitude and encourage other people in the team to do the same. So the next thing to do if you want to pass your interview is click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head through to my website passmyinterview.com and you can download my full set of 30 interview questions and top scoring answers, including the ones we have worked through together today. It's a fantastic resource and you can have it within your inbox within 2 minutes from now. It's going to help you be the standout candidate. Finally, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I can then help you pass every job interview you ever attend, and I can also help you progress throughout your career. Please give the video a like. That tells me you find these tutorials useful. And also, don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always good to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a great day.